This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Unette Gentry. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson. News 25 is also brought to you by Silver State Health, PAHRUMP's exclusive pediatric care clinic. Call 775-505-1214 for an appointment.
Welcome. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Unette Gentry. It's Tuesday, May 25th.
Well, some scary moments for a PAHRUMP resident this afternoon when a car fire threatened to spread to the nearby home.
No injuries are reported after PAHRUMP Valley Fire and Rescue responded to a vehicle fire Tuesday on Mount Charleston Boulevard. Initial reports indicated a car had caught fire outside the home, and there were concerns the fire would spread to the residence, which was just feet away. By the time firefighters arrived, a man who'd been working on the car had managed to extinguish the flames. Medics did assess him at the scene, but he declined any further medical attention.
And air and ground operations in support of the Cherrywood fire continue today at the NNSS. More accurate aerial mapping has revived the total burn to 26,000 plus acres, with containment remaining at 15%. Operations resumed today at 7 a.m. after good progress was made by firefighters on Monday. The northern perimeter of the fire is no longer burning. NNSS and the Bureau of Land Management firefighters are working to secure the east, south, and southwest perimeters. BLM Air Support continues bucket drops in these areas, working alongside ground crews. Radiological monitoring continues at the site. There remains no risk to health, air, and human safety, and to off-site risks, it is minimal to the public. As a reminder, the Desert Research Institute, working with members of the local community, also operates the Community Environmental Monitoring Program, an independent radiological air monitoring system at 24 locations around the site and throughout Nevada and parts of Utah and California. Results are posted regularly on DRI's website.
Well, the Las Vegas Metro Police Department has released information regarding the fatal vehicle versus bike crash that occurred in the parking lot of an apartment complex on Boulder Highway in Las Vegas. Killed was an 8-year-old boy that the Clark County Coroner's Office has identified as Quintus Faison. The cause of death is listed as blunt head injury. The collision involving a truck versus a bicycle occurred at 4375 Boulder Highway on May 21st at 6:40 p.m. The driver is a 26-year-old male with a 24-year-old female passenger. Police say a call came into 911 dispatch of a juvenile on a bicycle versus a pickup truck in the apartment complex. The evidence at the scene and witness statements indicated that a 2013 Chevrolet Silverado was traveling in a southwestern direction towards the entrance or exit to the apartment complex. In the same area, a juvenile was riding his bicycle in the apartment complex in the direction of the Chevrolet. The right rear tire of the Chevrolet drove over the front tire of the bicycle. They say that the driver of the pickup truck felt his vehicle drive over an object and brought the truck to a stop. After exiting the vehicle, he observed a juvenile on the ground bleeding. The driver of the Chevrolet rendered aid to the juvenile until police and medical personnel arrived. Upon medical personnel's arrival, the juvenile was transported to Sunrise Pediatric Trauma Center. Despite medical intervention, the juvenile succumbed to his injuries. The driver of the Chevrolet showed no signs of impairment and cooperated with the investigation. This collision remains under investigation by the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department's Collision Investigation Section. And we're going to take a break. We'll be right back in just a moment.
You're watching News 25. Today's news is brought to you in part by Dr. George Leaks, PAHRUMP's optometrist since 1990, offering full spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, the U.S. is considering blocking certain solar products from China. And Peloton gears up to build its first U.S. factory near Toledo, Ohio. That and more financial news right now.
Topping our news, the Biden administration is considering whether to crack down on China by stopping solar products from Xinjiang from entering the U.S. The AP reports solar power companies in America are concerned that the raw materials needed to make solar panels are being produced under forced labor at concentration camps. Chinese officials disagree and instead say the solar materials are made at job training camps. Peloton is going to invest $400 million into building its first factory in the U.S. The stationary bike and treadmill company wants to break ground this summer, bringing 2,000 jobs to Troy Township, Ohio. Right now, Peloton depends on Asia to build its equipment, which became a problem during the pandemic when the company struggled to keep up with demand due to delays.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
Well, there's more information about yesterday's fatal crash in Las Vegas. A contracted aircraft that took off from Nellis Air Force Base crashed at approximately 2:30 yesterday outside the southern edge of the base. The aircraft was owned and operated and piloted by Draken U.S., a Florida-based company contracted to provide adversary air support to Nellis Air Force Base. The Clark County Coroner's Office medical examiner has positively identified the pilot who died in the plane crash as Nicholas Hunter Hamilton, who is 43, of Las Vegas. Draken and the Clark County Coroners sends out their thoughts and prayers to Mr. Hamilton's families and friends at this difficult time. Of course, that investigation continues.
And this Friday night, it'll be pomp and circumstance at PAHRUMP Valley High School. And thanks to easing COVID restrictions, this year's graduation ceremony will look a bit more familiar.
Friday, May 28th, 8 p.m., we will open the gates at 6 p.m. Graduates will take the field at 8 p.m. sharp, we hope. So we're definitely opening up completely. It's been a day by day, week by week. We started out with maybe having a few family members on the field, a few tickets here and there, to now we have been approved to open up our bleachers for any family members or friends that want to come. We still will have ticketed people on the field. Right now it's 4 tickets per graduate. Everybody that comes on the field does need a ticket. That includes small children, infants, just because we're trying to keep our numbers at a certain point on the field. Currently we're going with what the governor has stated for outdoor activities. Masks are highly recommended, but they are not required here on the campus. It'll be up to each person's comfortability. Right now we're waiting to see if our graduates and our staff will need to have the masks since they'll be on the field together. If they do, we have ordered cute matching maroon and gold masks for all of our graduates so they don't have to worry about what kind they should wear. I'll know more. We have grad practice this Thursday and Friday, mandatory for our graduates at 7:30 a.m. here on the football field. We will be announcing valedictorian and salutatorian Wednesday night, 7 p.m. at our senior awards in the gym. All seniors are welcome to come with their families to be honored at this awards event. So, and then we'll find out who our valedictorian and salutatorian are. Parking is crazy. Carpool when you can. We will have the auxiliary, sheriff's department, PAHRUMP Valley Fire will be out here also. They'll all be here helping to keep everybody safe. Those gates are going to open at 6 p.m. Something for the ticketed people to know. 7:45 p.m. we are shutting the field gates because the graduates will be coming. If you're not here before that, you will miss it. So get here early, even though you have a ticketed seat on the field. Get here, get your spot. Don't wait till the very end because you may miss your graduate coming in.
And of course, KPVM TV will be selling an edited version of the PAHRUMP Valley High School graduation. All you need to do, give us a call, 727-9400, and you can pre-order those digital copies. Of course, we have a booth there, and we'll have people walking around the graduation to get your guys' orders in. Well, a call for domestic leads to the arrest of a man here in PAHRUMP.
Deputy Stone was sent to a PAHRUMP address regarding a domestic. The male suspect was identified as Hunter Anderson and was determined to be the primary physical aggressor committing domestic battery. The investigation determined that Anderson allegedly used force against his mother by grabbing her throat and pushing her against the wall during an argument. Nye County Sheriff's Office had probable cause to arrest Hunter Anderson for domestic battery and abuse of an older, vulnerable person.
And stay tuned. When we return, we'll tell you about another arrest for weapons charges locally. All that and more when News 25 returns.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by Canyon Ridge Periodontics. Give them a call at 702-966-0302.
Welcome back. Well, an argument between friends leads to an arrest for reports of weapons offenses.
Nye County Sheriff's Office Deputy Pruder was dispatched to a weapons call. When he arrived, he spoke with the reporting party, who said that he was walking his motorcycle southbound on Jane Avenue with a female friend, heading towards the home of their friend Eric Birchfield. While walking, they saw Birchfield standing in the desert off the side of the road on Jane Avenue and Savoy Boulevard. The victims went over to speak with Birchfield. The male victim kept walking with his motorcycle south when he heard Birchfield and the victim arguing. At that point, the victim said that Birchfield raised his hands towards her, and she heard a loud bang. Believing that it was a gun being fired at him, he shouted over to the woman and told her they needed to leave immediately. The victim stated he was in fear for his life and thought he was going to die. The woman said that she was arguing with Birchfield when he reportedly pulled out a tan object that appeared to be a firearm and pointed it towards the male victim. She observed a large flame accompanied with a loud bang. She ran over to the male and they both fled the scene. When interviewing Birchfield at his residence, he allegedly admitted to firing his handgun into the dirt near the female victim. The handgun was discovered dismantled underneath a couch cushion in Birchfield's living room. A full magazine was discovered in his back pants pocket. A gold shell casing was found in the dirt where Birchfield and the victim were standing, consistent with the live rounds located in Birchfield's magazine from his weapon. Birchfield was arrested for assault with a deadly weapon and aiming a gun at a person.
Thanks so much to Missy Kohler for that report. Well, when Gerald Bear Smith passed away in January, it left a hole in the heart of his family, friends, and many people here in the community, and his work family at the Ian Deutsch Government Complex. To honor his many years of service and commitment as a bailiff, a resolution was presented at the May 18th Board of County Commissioners meeting to name the courthouse within the Ian Deutsch Government Complex after him.
I'd like to make a motion to adopt Nye County Resolution number 2021-14, resolution to name the courthouse within the Ian Deutsch Government Complex as the Gerald Bear Smith Courthouse in honor of bailiff Gerald Bear Smith.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any public comment?
I would just be grateful for the resolution to pass. I think that it would be an honor for Gerald Smith to have the courthouse named after him. His entire career was spent in the courthouse, either working in the district court or working in the justice court. He was part of the initial drug court that started under Judge Lane, and then he moved to the justice court where he worked for me for 12 years before his demise. And I just think since his entire career was spent in that realm, that it would be an honor to name the courthouse after him. Thank you.
Madam Chair?
Yes.
I'll be very brief. What Judge Jasperson said goes double for me. Thank you.
Yes. Before we take the vote, I'd just like to recognize the family that's present. They don't want any special treatment, but they're here. Just so you know, they're here.
Thoughts are with you.
Absolutely. All right, let's have a vote.
All in favor?
Aye. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Carboni, aye.
Motion carries 5-0, and thank you, family.
Bear was also honored at the May 6th Fallen Peace Officer ceremony in Carson City. His name was added to the memorial monument along with Las Vegas Metro Lieutenant Eric Lloyd, who also died of complications of COVID, and Nevada Highway Patrol Sergeant Ben Jenkins and Deputy for the Nye County Sheriff's Office Ian Deutsch, who were both killed in the line of duty.
Well, a PAHRUMP teenager diagnosed with leukemia, fortunately, is beating the disease. Super Mikey Welch needed life-saving blood transfusions starting at the tender age of 7. And now he and his mom, Ashley Welch, organize annual blood drives to help others, the most recent at Rosemary Clark Middle School.
So Mikey Welch, he's 14 now. He was diagnosed with B-cell ALL, which is leukemia, when he was 7. And he's doing amazing. He's in remission. He took his last chemo pill in 2017 on July 24th, so he's doing really, really well. I didn't really know a lot about blood drives and really about transfusions or anything before he got sick, so I've learned everything. My mom used to donate platelets specifically to somebody. You can't do that now. You can't donate specifically to a person now, just in somebody's honor. So I've learned all of this just from Michael being sick. Yeah. But I mean, he would have literally not made it without people who are willing to donate. So I couldn't even tell you how grateful I am.
What do you think about this blood drive?
He loves it. He's actually not here right now because he's virtual learning, so he's at home, but he loves it. He's really excited that we can help other people. My best friend actually needed a couple transfusions at the beginning of this year, and so again, we turn it into a lesson. This is why we do it, to help other people. So he's really, really happy about it.
I had Mikey in class, and it helped save his life, and it helped save others' lives, and it's something I can do because I'm able to, so I think I should.
I've given blood in the past. It's very important for our community. And today I'm giving it in honor of Mikey Welch. He's one of my students. I teach 8th grade science here. It's a great opportunity to provide a service for the community and in honor of Mikey.
Are you going to keep doing this every year?
Yes, so my plan is I've worked with them for 6 years now. Last year, unfortunately, we didn't get to do it because of COVID. But this is technically our 5th blood drive, our 6th year, and my hope is to keep going. We followed him from elementary to middle school. Hopefully the high school will be on board next year when he goes to the high school, and if not, we'll find somewhere else. But we just want to keep doing it.
All right, such an inspiration, that young man. All right, we'll be back with more news.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. How is your Tuesday shaping up for you? Well, they had a beautiful Tuesday all the way up and down the state. Let's take a look at the weather scores. Mid to high 70s all the way from Fernley all the way down to Goldfield. Beatty, you saw 88 degrees. Whoa, how about you? 93 in Amargosa, all the way up to 96 degrees in Las Vegas, and in Death Valley, 107. Fuego. You guys are on fire. Here in the paradise of PAHRUMP, 89 degrees. Let's look at that. Whoa, that's our current temperature. It was all the way up to 92 earlier, and that was not too bad because those winds were coming at us kindly out of the south-southwest to 17 miles per hour. Sun rose this morning at 5:30 a.m. It's going to bed tonight at 7:51 p.m. We'll get down to about 65 degrees for our low tonight, and those winds, well, they'll be diminishing, and we're getting some cloud cover. Let's take a look at this coming into the week. 9 mile per hour winds setting the tone for the rest of the week. It'll be a little bit blowy on Saturday to start the week, but look at those temperatures staying in the low to mid 90s throughout the week, and not too many windy events to really report on. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, looks like we're going to get some nice cloud cover. That'll be all right. I don't think that'll harsh out the picnic too much. All right, enjoy it. It's Tuesday, and so back to the desk with Unette and Deanna.
So we didn't get John to take a look outside, so we have this one really great look outside today, and that's right there at Hypno Comics, who is having a special appearance this weekend.
All right.
It's going to be the Yellow Power Ranger. Is going to be there from noon until 4 p.m. So you have to stop on by 720 East Street to Hypno Comics and come see the Yellow Power Ranger. There's so many good things in there.
My nieces and nephews would love that.
It's fantastic.
Oh, yes.
What's with the
lunar eclipse tonight.
Yeah.
Special event. It only happens every couple of years. The last one was about 2 years ago. It starts around 1:45 a.m. will last till around 5:45 a.m. and the moon will turn red and the Earth's shadow will pass in front of it, and we'll see it be covered and come back out. Interesting if you're going to be up like me, if you're a night owl. It'll be
I'm gonna,
beautiful celestial event.
It'll be where it's all covered because I will have my eyes closed
yes,
at that time.
Exactly.
Also,
that's another kind of eclipse.
Especially unless there's a structure fire or something like that.
That's true.
But, so yeah, stay up for the lunar eclipse. I'll be exhausted.
All right.
All right, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Unette Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and Ace Country Radio, thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you again next newscast.
Good night.
Good night.